It's time to get rehydrated. Boom, boom, boom. Hey guys, I have some pretty sad news to inform you guys of today. Welcome back. I'm your host, Noah Wang, and you're watching Tea Talks, a show where we use tea as a vessel for a deeper human connection. Welcome back to Tea Talks, the best show and the most entertaining show in the whole entire universe. So today I have some sad news to inform you of and some good news, but I will keep that for the end of the show. Let's just get right into it. Roll the first segment.
Thank you again, Anoah. So this segment is wise ass quotes, and today's quote is, "Some believe it is only great power that can hold evil in check, but that is not what I have found. It is the small, everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keep the darkness at bay. Small acts of kindness and love." J.R.R. Tolkien. That's today's wise ass quote, and I fuck with it so much, and it's so true, and it really resonates. Thank you. Back to the show.
That was the wise ass quote of the day. Thank you. Those words really resonate with me all the time, and Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite movies. It always brings a smile to my face whenever I think of the great adventures that Bilbo Baggins went on. The next segment is karaoke. We perform, or my sister is performing some songs in the car. Enjoy this segment.
Welcome back to another segment of karaoke.
Get it?
In this segment, we're going to be, the main goal is to not crash and die, because oh my god, you almost just fucking did that, dude. I thought that car was coming right at us. I'm sorry. Can I end right now? What do you
haven't
want me to
even
do?
played anything. It's car.
I have to play
It's
something.
karaoke. You're supposed to sing.
Karaoke. Okay. Life's too short to even care at all. Losing my mind, losing control. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm strumming my pain with his fingers. He was singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Back to the show. Tea Talks.
Back to reality, hoping no gravity, pulling insanity.
I hope the music was entertaining to your ears. It's really challenging to play the guitar in a moving car and a moving vehicle. During this time of isolation, music is something that is bringing me a lot of peace and joy, and I see a lot of people around the world using music as a tool to express themselves and how they're feeling during these challenging times. Speaking of how people are feeling, the next segment is foot feelers with my mom. Hi guys, welcome to this segment of foot feelers, where I massage my mom's feet and she tells me how she feels. To be honest, she can do whatever she wants, I don't care. I'm just gonna give my mom a foot massage now. This is shea butter. It comes from a tree called the shea tree, and in Africa they call it the tear of the tree. It's a very healing butter. Yeah.
My dad always said, massage your mom's feet. There we go.
I feel your hands are cold.
It feels cold.
Your hands are cold, yeah.
I don't know.
Probably a warm up though.
Is that better?
Uh-huh.
Talk about how I was when I got my first foot massage. Remember when I got my foot massage in China?
Yeah, right. Oh my god, Noah.
Do you have video of me getting my massage?
Oh yeah.
You do? Oh my god, we're gonna show it to you guys.
There were 2 times. The first time we went with your friend Jai.
Sonia.
Sonia.
Yeah.
Sweet Sonia. And it was a small little clinic run by blind masseuses, masseurs. And we went in. Luckily they had 3 chairs available and 3 masseurs.
Yeah.
So we could all sit and get our feet soaked. And then each one started to work on us. And Sonia started to giggle first. And then you really giggled.
I was hysterical.
Oh my god, he couldn't even touch your foot. And you just let out this yell.
Oh, tell them about the people who gave us a massage. What was it about them that was different?
They were blind.
They're blind.
Yeah, and they knew a lot about the foot.
Just through
Oh, yeah.
just through touch.
We were asking them though, what region of the foot are you working on now? And they could tell you exactly the organs.
That I went to.
Yeah,
It was
the
pretty
face
cool.
and so on. Didn't they also give you a little diagnosis afterwards? They said you were fine.
They said I was healthy.
I think they said that Sonia's
How much did it cost? Remember, this is in Chinese money.
70 yuan.
That's about $10.
Oh yeah, but I think no, it was 130 yuan.
That's like $15.
Yeah.
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 And you get like a 1 hour massage.
Mm.
Pretty great if you ask me.
Oh, it was fantastic, and I slept so well that night. Oh. And in the morning when I got up, I was so refreshed.
Really?
Ah.
Oh.
We wanted to go back to them again, but the second time when we went back, they were busy. So
Oh yeah.
that night we walked almost half an hour to another one with your dagoma.
I thought it was super cool how the workers navigated their store, even though they were blind. They were skirting around and getting around so quickly, just through, I don't know through memorization.
They also had just cooked a meal.
They cooked a meal. We were watching them cook. How do they cook? They're blind, but they know exactly what to do. They've gone through the motions.
Yeah.
It's
they
all
have
muscle
literally-
memory.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing.
They really
Amazing.
thought it was hilarious to hear you laugh. But one of them, well, not laugh yet, scream. One of them said it is common that sometimes, for a person who's never had a foot massage before, that they'll be extremely ticklish and sensitive. But on the second or third time going back,
Not as much.
it'll better.
The
The second time
I
we
was
went-
worse the second time.
Oh my god, Noah. What a show you put on. That place was 4 times bigger than the first clinic, the blind masseurs clinic.
So embarrassing.
Huge. And Noah filled every
They're like,
space
who
of that
is this
building.
American?
What about where they were going to cut your nails?
I was so afraid.
And they were going to clean, instead of using a scrub to scrub away the dead skin, use a razor blade.
Yeah, that is kind of scary.
And a razor blade to cut the nails.
You have to have a lot of trust. It's pretty scary.
Like, we're very skillful, but it took a long time. Whereas if they had a proper nail clipper, they would have gotten done with that in a few minutes.
Your foot, like the dead skin that came off of your foot wasn't too bad. Dogging wasn't too bad. Mine was like this pile.
Yeah,
Like, it was so gross.
Oh,
Oh,
what was the China tea book?
the China tea book. Okay. She's gonna read a little segment from there.
So, pu'er is harvested from centuries-old trees, and as what gives them this great value, an opportunity to savor tea from these trees is something to be remembered. However, although the quality of tea leaves does influence the flavor of the tea liqueur, how a cup of pu'er tea tastes is also determined by whether the brewing process is properly handled and the drinker's subjective feelings at the moment. So we have raw pu'er and we have ripened pu'er. Those are the most commonly used terms. What's the difference? Actually, the notion of ripened pu'er did not come into being until the 1970s.
Oh, what does ripened pu'er even mean? What does that mean?
Well, it was when wet piling techniques were invented. Before that, pu'er tea processed in a traditional way belongs to the category of raw tea. It has to undergo a gradual process of darkening and fermentation through exposure to environmental conditions.
So is ripening fermenting?
This aging process gives it a mature aroma. In this sense, raw pu'er should be understood as pu'er tea stored for maturity, and ripened pu'er involves the utilization of wet piling techniques to accelerate the fermentation process. That's the video of your dad. They were wet piling.
Oh wait, flashback. Look off into the distance.
The black tea one is more the chemistry. Right? This is more the micro, what do you call it?
Microbacteria, microorganism. Microorganisms.
Bacteria, microorganisms.
Yes, yes.
So it needs almost like a tai chi. You need to create a tension, intention, and then relaxation. That's why the turning is almost like kung fu cultivation, to create that kind of environment for the pu'er tea to fully express themselves during the craftsmanship. Why black tea? Let's explain. Why black tea, unless it's best prepared by masters. Otherwise, black tea is black tea. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Black tea, I would say, is more like it's more boxing, right? Pu'er tea is more the tai chi. Yeah, the whole tai chi process. All right?
Okay, there we go.
So that the green tea leaves turn blackish brown and taste as if they had been stored for years. However, the definitions of raw and ripened are relative terms and might sound confounding at times. For example, raw tea that has been stored for years is already ripened, while ripened tea that has been stored for years also undergoes a natural aging process, which is a defining feature for the raw tea.
Interesting. But it's different.
Ripened pu'er tea can never equal vintage raw pu'er in flavor and taste, is what they say.
Huh?
Yeah.
I thought ripened would be more
Ripened.
expensive as it gets older.
Well,
Maybe.
the former still remains a popular choice for tea drinkers for two main reasons. Firstly, the latter is limited in quantity. Okay. And this rarity accounts for its high price. In addition, many consumers find it difficult to distinguish authentic raw pu'er from the overwhelming supply of ripened pu'er.
Oh, so ripening basically a cheat. It's a cheat.
Yeah, the wet piling.
No, that's cheap. But
Well,
raw,
how is it?
aged raw is the real deal.
Right, when it's being aged naturally to ripen in a natural way.
Oh, I feel it. Okay. Huh.
So, fire.
Fire. You guys hear that?
I wonder what they're celebrating.
I don't know. But, I think foot feelers is coming to an end.
Nice. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Back to the show.
That segment was a little bit long, but I hope you enjoyed and appreciated what we had to say about tea. So basically, because of things that are happening in all of our lives, the show is going to be put on pause for about a month or so, and we'll be coming back to you. But what I'm doing is anyone who emails me a video message telling me why they're interested and intrigued by this tea and tea ceremony, I will send that person through the mail to their front doorstep a free sample of Pu'er tea from my company. So yeah, please send in your video message at this Gmail address, and you should receive, and you will receive, some free tea at your doorstep. And I'm really excited to hear why and what is so intriguing about this Pu'er tea, because I see a lot of attention and interest in it, and people see the wisdom and the ancient culture that is behind this tea, its vast and deep history. Anyhow, thank you for watching. I'm your host, Anoah. Cheers. I forgot to add this section in, but here's another segment.
Hi guys. So on this segment of Tea Talks, I'm going to tell you how to pick a good watermelon. So when you pick a watermelon, you want there to be a nice creamy yellow spot. That means it's ripe. And you want to look right here. You see that stem? It's nice and old. That means that it's naturally dried and it's ready for the picking. Nature knows how to drop its fruit when they're ready. This one, not particularly ripe, you see? Not creamy yellow, still kind of green. You see how it's green there at the stem? That means that they forced this off. This is not a ripe watermelon. So that's the tip of the day for fruit picking. See you later.